Welcome to George Coll Fine Art. Here, the viewer is encouraged to get outside and paint from life. George's job is to provide the tools to solve the many technical challenges faced in rendering landscape paintings. View the library of landscape paintings offered and become a subscriber. You can also purchase tutorial videos, plus original tutorial and studio paintings. Thank you. And if you like what you see, click the subscribe button and join in on the fun.
Hello and welcome to part 2 of Bighorn Saddle. I'm George Coll and today was Balance Day. I wanted to balance one value, shade color, with what's next to it, and that something is balanced in the way that I want to emphasize what's important, like this light meadow in light. So I really spent a lot of time doing that. And when I finished part 2, I thought that the sky was a little bit too bright and taken away from down here. So I dulled that down, as you can see. It just kind of softened it. So those are the things that I worked on today. And let's get into it. Get outside and paint. Paint with your friends, get critiques, and don't be intimidated by white canvas. All right, let's get started on part 2. Hey, good morning, and welcome to part 2 of Bighorn Saddle. And today is Balance Day. Yesterday we figured out where our shapes were, took a rough shot at what our values are. Now we're going to start balancing these things as to how they're working out with each other. Also, you know, we want to do justice to what the reference says and give this thing our very best on balance today. So, number one is I got to start working on this big shape here and make sure that's going to say the right color balance. And then I'm going to balance that with that. And I have cloud work to do and foreground work to do. There's a lot to do here today. I don't know if I can get it all done. And I'm going to get a critique on it this afternoon. My professional group's coming over. And I'm going to host them at my studio. And we critique each other's work and have fun painting together. Looking forward to that. So Tuesdays are fun days. Okay, so my timer's going. I've got my coffee. And I've got my paper towels, my Gamsol. Hey, we're ready to go here. So let's make a mixture for this. So let's start with some silver or gray. Let's get some blue, some brown. And I want to get some olive. Let's get the right value here, lighten it up. Oh boy, that was too much. So I need more blue. That white was just too much. And let's get back to Viridian and a little bit of olive. And take a look here of what we got. I think I'm going to be happy with that. And now let's make a yellow mixture. No. Excuse me, my cat is scratching my couch. Stop it! No. She's so happy to have me here. She lives out here in the studio. My studio is about, I don't know, 50 yards from the house. And so we're going to start with those two guys there. And that's a little lighter. I like that. Okay. Let's start with those two guys. Okay, I'm going to switch over to flat Briston. I can't read their writing. A silver Briston or Bristol? Briston? It's a flat. It's got a sharp edge on it. Let's see what that does. Get a little terp in it. And I want to get some, oh, that is so nice. Seeing what it needs to say. And I like the undercolor too, so I'm not going to get rid of all that. And if I need any shape changes, I'm going to do that. Let some of these trees run along the top here. I don't know if my canvas is in there solid enough. It's moving on me. Okay, so having a dark undercolor kind of gives you that feeling like you can see darkened in the trees there. And that's okay. So, let's keep moving along here. This thing I didn't finish yesterday, that little piece over on the center right. It's farther back. Just a touch of Gamsol. Not much. Okay, I think we are just doing pretty good now. I think that's good for now. I better get rid of the darks here. And I'm going to use a different mixture for the trees in front. Okay, now let's try this. When you really look at the reference, it's so lit up, that light area right here. But I need to get that taken care of. So we'll try this yellow. Put a little bit of Gamsol in it. Just mixed up, and see how that, I think it's got to be lighter. I'm adding some white, some white, some white. And it's got a little bit of cat yellow medium in it. And I'm going to bring that in. I wonder if I can see that. Come on. Keep it light. And at least I got the value right. And it's really bright. Whew. I'm gonna get back. Oh my goodness, yes! Someone needs to say, it has a little green in it, darn it. Let's get just a little bit of light viridian in it. Light viridian. Light viridian, light. Don't screw up the mixture, it's so beautiful. There we go, little bit of light viridian. So I'm getting these big shapes balanced. Now I know there needs to be a little bit more attention to all the little details, but I'm just really wanting to balance the big shapes right now. That is really important. All right, if you want to get into, really working those edges, do it, for your homework. But I think it's going to be really nice to work some edges and so forth. That would be fun to do, but not right now. Okay, I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Maybe work a different two-tone color. Maybe something with a little bit more blue and yellow ochre. And some light viridian. Not enough blue in it. A little bit of brown. I want to work with an edge here that's a little bit darker. Blue, brown. I think I'm using burnt sienna today for the brown. And that seems to have the right effect for now. Nice, nice, nice. A lot of dark over here. I'll be playing more with that edge. I don't think it's dark enough, so more blue, more brown, more light viridian, light viridian. Oh, nice. I should be doing this tomorrow in detail, the detail part of all this. But here I am messing around with it. Jeez, give me a break. Because I'm having so much fun. Okay, stop it. We want to work on the big picture here. Now, I'm going to move these colors over to the side. And I need to make some shape changes. These are big shapes in front, these guys here. Big tree, so the blue, brown, yellow ochre, yellow ochre, yellow ochre. And I'm hoping this makes a statement. Too much brown, go to blue. Viridian, viridian. Get the green back. Here we go. This is really, really big. I want to get these shapes right so I can paint around them at least. Well, that, I think, helps. All right, let's work on this foreground. Since we have these two colors here, let's try to incorporate those into the foreground. Get a little bit more silver, a little bit more cobalt, and let's get this stuff in here. A little bit of Gamsol to keep it flowing. You kind of changing the shape there, I kind of squeezed it in a little bit. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, finally, it's arriving, better late than never. I'm going to try an experiment here. Need some lights up in those trees, and I'll play with that. For homework, let's get some more of this blue stuff in here. This blue, cool mixture. And now we go to a little bit lighter mixture in this area, but still in the darker value. So I'm mixing some of that yellow mixture we had here into the blue, and see, it has a lighter look. And here we go. Don't think I made enough of it, but I have enough to kind of move over and into here with it. Come on, I need a little gamsol. Get this stuff moving here a little bit. Get a little bit more flow out of it. And I'm going to be putting that over here. Some good strong strokes here. Get a little silver in there, but mostly this lighter yellow. It was too light. I have to move over into this bigger mixture to lighten it up. All right, so now you see I'm going to be working in this lower section with these lighter colors, lighter values and colors, and see how I'm going to even make it lighter as I go forward in this area here. All right, so you have an idea of what's needed there. So work on that between sessions. And now let's get up into the sky. Oh boy. Let me clean my brush. Get this yellow out of it. I'm really squeezing away here. Hard to get that yellow out, jeez. It's tough. Okay, so now let's move this over here. Move this over here. I'm going to get Mr. Razor Blade here to clean up my palette. And I dropped the brush like that. Off to one side. Okay. Let me get back and look at this beauty. Oh boy. It's coming. All right, now let's make a cloud design here. Let's see if I've got too contaminated white here, and I don't think I do. So I kind of have to bring all this contaminated stuff to one area. Oh, nice light gray, like that. And let's make some alizarin and some viridian and some white to make a nice gray, a little bit more green. And there's a nice gray. So I'm working on some different values for my clouds. All right, now I'm thinking I'm going to go back to something a little rougher, bigger for my cloud design. So I've got a number 6 long flat 279 rosemary. Okay. And let's work with some grays first. See if that's too gray. Not too bad. And let's check this guy out. Nice. All right, let's go to our lighter cloud and run some of that in. And a little bit more here. Better get some more product out. I am out of white, so let's squeeze some more out. Okay, where is it? There it is. Come on, let's get you out of there. Okay. We better keep an eye on the time. I think we're doing okay. Ooh, I can see this painting coming. It's looking pretty good. Okay, let's get some more white in here. Gonna get a little bit of Gamsol in here. I don't want to run in too, I like my white to be running in kind of dry. And let's get some value color in there with the darker gray. It's a neat gray to make with alizarin and viridian with a lot of white. It makes for a nice gray. I'd better do something with that mountain back there. I think I know where the shapes are now, and let's get a better blue in there. So I'm going to probably work with the Sevres, but cobalt's good too. Right, so I'm going to get some more white here and get some Sevres here, just more vibrant. What a pretty color. And then if you want darker, we'll do that too. So we'll do darker up here and lighter as we go down. No mystery to that, old you followers of my painting styles. Sky gets darker as you go up and as you go more over, as you go up goes lighter as you get toward the horizon, most of the time. There's no rules. Every time I have a rule, it seems to be broken. You see, that is more vibrant. Yes, it does. I've got to work on that gray mountain. It's got to have some time left over. We will do that. And balance that out right. Just a little bit of Gamsol to keep this thing running. It's like a great big old house painting. big wide. Just great for these big spaces. And let's go with darker now. Little touch of Gamsol to get it running. Ooh, yes. Okay, a little lighter now. Little lighter. And if you don't like the shape of a cloud, just move the blue in, and you'll be looking pretty good. Okay, let's go back to clouds and use some white, using the same brush, by the way. And I'm using a slightly different technique of kind of a application to show, see how I use these fan type strokes. And you're going to need, I think, a couple strong whites to pull off the sky. You can spend a lot of time in the sky. I love to do it too. But I have to kind of watch myself, or I'll be up here all day just playing around in the sky. Kind of just muting it all up in here, close to the horizon. And I think that works. And now back to a few darks. Just subtle darks. Subtle, subtle. Right in there. All right. I think we better quit before that bell starts dinging on me, and say thank you so much for coming for part 2 for balance. All right, so there's still needs to be balance down here. I'm going to use the lighter yellows. The sky, I think, is looking pretty good. Might leave that alone. And maybe some silvers and a few more blues in here. I think the shape of the trees we have to play with tomorrow. And I think so far, looking pretty good. All right, thanks for coming by. I'll see you in part 3 and we'll finish this thing.